Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Popping the Popcorn. I'm your host, Katie, and today I have one of my director friends. He's also a good friend. He also directed Clay's Redemption 5 months ago. I interviewed him, and now I'm interviewing him again. Hi, Carlos. How are you?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you. Thank you
That's
for
good.
having me again here.
You're welcome. I can't believe it was 5 months ago that I actually reached out to you. Can you believe that?
No, I cannot. I can't
And we
really
became
know.
friends over the last 5 months too, because
Yeah,
I talk to you on a
yes,
regular basis sometimes.
yes, yeah. It's crazy because if you ask me, I would have thought it was like 2 months ago max, a month ago. But I mean, especially this year, it's been wild. It's been a ride.
Mm-hmm. It's nice. It's always nice to come back to somebody's channel, especially after you do a movie or something like that.
Hmm.
You guys can also rent Carlos's movie on Amazon Prime for $3.99. And it's a really good movie. Hey, Joe, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. Hey, Drew, how are you? Um, and and he has some other projects as well as he does too. And I linked everything, all his social media, so you guys could go follow him in the description, and your review that you did or something, your review site or something, that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I got a blog which I need to update. I mean, I'm trying to get my and the blog is about the making of clay, really. But I'm trying to get my head together how to like the discipline, really, to like at least release one post a week, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it's just fun at the time, really.
Right. It's always fun to do stuff like that, you know.
Hmm. I mean, I like revisiting things, especially like at the time. I remember I was recording, Ronna make me record every time we
Mm-hmm.
finish a show. And the evening, I would just do with
Yeah.
my iPhone a voice recording of the day, sort of like a log.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to go back to those and to refresh myself of
Right.
situation that happened when I was making that film. But I'm being busy writing my next film, and that's
Nice.
been
I can't
that,
wait to
that,
check it out when you get it eventually. You have to let me know.
yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure you'll know the progress because I mean it's just developing at the moment. I reckon it will take 2 to 3 years when it's done. I think.
Maybe.
Um, so you will know. You. I mean, I keep you updated, but you'll see because I think we follow each other
Yeah.
social
Well,
media and
I'll
so
see it. I'll see it when you get the poster out and everything like that, and you actually announce it and stuff. But
yeah.
I'm excited to see it because I really like your directing. Because especially this movie, it's a fun movie. I watched it again last night. Watched it like a few months ago, and then I watched it again last night. Just because I actually really like this movie. It's one of my favorites.
I'm glad to hear that.
you know, you
I
guys
think
did
the
a great
next.
job.
Thank you. I mean, obviously, I mean, I directed it, but it's a lot of people's work there. I mean, and the actors was, for starters, were really good, so it's easy to direct. I got a very good supporting uh, team or colleagues or peers as well. And I reckon the next film is a little bit more linear instead of, well, in terms of the story, you can follow a little bit easier. It's less mystical. It's more grounded.
Hmm.
But I think it's gonna be fun nevertheless.
Is it going to be
And
a different type of movie than Clay's Redemption?
yes, 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 it will be. It's more ambitious in terms of the production, but the
Oh, okay.
actual the actual story is simpler. It's more clear, and we don't want to show too many locations. You go or characters certain locations, but
Hmm.
it's a very much character driven sort of story, but it's gonna be fun nevertheless, and it's gonna be a little bit more lighter in terms of tone. Like I
Hmm.
think in some bits it's gonna be not heavy but poignant. but it should be a feel good movie towards the end. Like, we follow the characters. Hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
we do a good job so people root for the characters, and then in the end, we sort of triumphant with the characters. Um, yeah, no, we just finished sort of second draft, I would say. Me and my producer, Ivo Alexander, which is also the co-writer of the screenplay, and I'm really happy. I mean, if I actually, I know, like anything, scripts goes for changing
Mm-hmm.
and iterations, but if I film that, as I filming that next tomorrow, I'll be super happy. I think it's really
That's
good.
awesome.
Uh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
can't wait for it. So I know when you directed Clay's Redemption, that was all in London or England,
Hmm.
UK. It was
Hmm.
in the UK because
Yeah.
Carlos is in the UK, guys. So it's pretty late for him right now.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's fine. I always have fun chatting.
You know. But I'm glad you're here, even though that you're in the UK and it's like 11:30 at night there. I'm
Yeah,
glad you
it's
decided to come back on. And you're from Venezuela as well.
that's
You were
right.
born there and then moved to the UK.
Yes, in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
Right.
clearly. Yeah, it's
That's awesome.
yeah, and it's a little bit well, again, crazy in terms of when you see how far you like. I came here without even speaking English properly. Like
Mm-hmm.
really, I still remember that, and I still very good friends. For example, the sound designer of the Redemption is a guy called Tom Lancaster, which
Mm-hmm.
is one of the first people I met when I came to England. Um, it's probably because I went to college and I always tell the story, right? I always
Mm-hmm.
I came with all my Venezuelan charm, so I was very intense, at the time. Especially,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, English people are super great, but the first thing they do is, they take the time to know you, and and the end it's great. But when you come too strong, like I did, I scared them away, and we're talking about teenagers, right? Because I came
Mm-hmm.
to college. So, so I came with a hi, we're gonna be the same class. This is exciting. Before like, whoa,
Right.
yeah. But so this guy Tom, he's the only one actually sort of spoke to me, sort of because he was as crazy as I was. And he's English, he's from the Midlands, Birmingham, and he's sort of like trying to engage with me. And keep in mind, at the time, he was sort of he has bleach hair with spiky
Mm-hmm.
blue hair, and it was crazy, but it was wonderful. So
Right.
he's still a good friend of mine after all these years, and he's been working in on production since a few years ago.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome that you learned English and made it there in the UK and you're a
Mm,
film director there as well. So that's awesome.
yeah, it's a lot of hard work. Not gonna
Right.
lie,
I'm
but
sure. Especially this movie when you had to film at night, especially one of my favorite scenes where you said last time that somebody like came up to the director. Hold on. Let me see. This scene right here where you filmed it.
yes, that's actually my producer Ivo lying down playing the homeless guy, and that's him. Because we obviously we didn't have much of a crew, so everyone did everything, even acting, right? And yeah, and it's the sort of famous story or infamous story of the police or the security at the time, because it's like a private street, just came and asking us what we were doing, thinking we just sort of robbing a homeless person. And I was like, no, 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 it's my friend. And I was like calling him evil, evil. And it took way too long for him to like for him to respond, which is worried me a little bit. But
Right.
he says it was method acting, so I give it that. But yeah, that was a funny moment.
That was funny though. I remember
Yeah,
last time you were telling me about that, and the cops thought he was like homeless or
yes,
something.
yes, yeah. But
But
yeah,
that's one of my
but
favorite scenes that you shot though, because it's like really cool, and you get to know who Clay is at that point.
mhm, yes, yeah. And one thing I keep saying is like, because when we were trying to do a another film before, Welcome to
Mhm.
Global Life. And every time you get feedback about the script, we had this sense of like, oh, the character has to be likable, he has to be nice, you have to follow him, you have to relate to him.
Mhm.
And there, I was the rebel me say, well, I want to make a character that is actually not likable. Actually, he's a little bit selfish. He just care about his mission. He doesn't care about anyone else but himself. At least,
Mhm.
I mean, the character knows, obviously. So when later he engaged a little bit with with the girl he has his mission with, which is Maya, when engaged a
Mhm.
little bit, we open up is huge for him. You know, is something like it's an advance for him to, and especially towards the end, not spoiling the film, so people hasn't seen it. But when he makes a decision to go back and finish his
Mhm.
mission, do not say much. Um, is that it's a sense of that is the only person who he managed to relate to, even if it was a small amount, but because it was not a guy used to affection, to put it in
Right.
those words. Anything, any interaction, like it wasn't to harm him, basically. It was for him was, almost overwhelming. 'Cause one of my favorite scenes actually is when they go to the safe house and Maya sort of replace his bandage in his
Mhm.
nose. On his nose. I like that scene a lot. I think the guys played it really, really
There
well.
it goes with the band-aid on.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
um, yeah, and which is a tribute to Chinatown.
Mhm.
You know,
And the
um,
and the main actor in this movie is really good too. He plays in other stuff as well. If you guys haven't checked him out.
yes, I'm a big fan of him as an actor in something. So he's one of my favorite actors, actually.
Mhm.
And I
And then
got
there goes another
fortunate
scene.
he worked with me. And I saw him the last time I saw him was in the Batman, the film The Batman. He's in one of the
Mhm.
first scenes,
Yeah,
the
he was
opening
in
scenes,
the which Batman?
the last one
Okay, yeah.
with Rob Pattinson. He's the
Oh.
one. He's the guy who is in the train, and he get
Mhm.
off, and the gang follows him, trying to beat him up, and Batman comes in and save him. That
Oh,
was
okay,
him.
yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah,
Did you like the new Batman movie?
I did like it. I liked it. I liked it more than I thought I was gonna like it. I went with good expectation. I think, yeah, okay, at least let's see, enjoyable. I wasn't too sure about Rob Pattinson being Batman, but I thought he did a great job, and I think
I
so.
I agree with you.
Yeah, and actually
I was
some
like the guy
moments.
from Twilight. That's what I
Yes,
said.
right. The vampire became the bat.
Right? But I know
um,
you like Batman. I know you
yeah,
like Halloween as well. I know
the
you
thing
like
is,
Star Wars because you also have a Star Wars fan film.
yeah, and I got Star Wars figures. And oh, I got my Batman. I mean,
Oh yeah, you're wearing Batman today.
yeah, exactly. I'm all
It's
Batman
cold
out.
here in New York, so I'm wearing a sweater. It's
Well, to
like
be,
it's like 46 out right now.
no, no, no. I mean, I like the cold. For some reason, I thought I'd rather the cold than the heat. Here, for some reason, it's very strange because it should be really cold right now, but it's not. It's actually being quite decent for autumn evening.
Mhm.
Um, and but you know what? I got like I bought this for my girlfriend and me. I bought these how do you call these? These sort of these big jumpers with a big hood and hoodies, and
Yeah,
they're very thick.
onesies,
And
adult onesies.
yes, like we look ridiculous with them, but they're the comfiest and the best thing I
Mhm.
ever purchased in my life because it it's so good in cold days, really. And actually, I like when it's cold, but you warm yourself instead of putting
Mhm.
heating on, if you know what I mean, because it's sort of so I like feeling the air is cold and fresh, but you wrapped up. That's my favorite sort of state.
Right. I'm the same way. I like to be wrapped up, but I also like the cold. But then when I go out there, I'm like, oh, I'm cold.
Yeah.
It's cold out here.
Well, I mean, New York is really cold, right? For what I know.
Yeah, it
Uh,
some nights if it snows, some nights it gets like below 0.
wow. And that's normally like increase like this time or like
I haven't spent a whole winter here because I came here in March.
right.
So I don't really know how cold it gets here.
Okay, wow. So you're gonna find
You
out.
you you might see some videos of me in the snow trying to get my car out or something.
Oh God. Well, yeah, I don't.
It
And
doesn't
I
really
mean,
snow
I
in the UK, does it?
it's very strange. It's like it sometimes snow in March. Normally, you get like, especially in the north,
Mhm.
you get a few things, but no, normally no. I mean, the last
I
time
can s
was like 10 years ago. We got like
Mhm.
a lot of snow, but England they don't know what how to deal with snow.
Right.
Everything stops. The trains, the airports, everything is very chaotic here. If it snows just 2 inches from the ground,
Mhm.
people start
Yeah.
panicking.
Yes,
Um,
Echo, I will watch out for black ice.
oh
He's in
yeah,
Seattle. Echo's in Seattle, Washington.
okay,
That's like on the other side.
right, okay. I think I go often in Seattle, and I think so. But because
It's
last time
like
someone,
he's like 3 hours behind me, 3 or 4 hours behind me.
I see. Wow,
Hmm. It's
it's
interesting how we are all in this world and we're all on different time zones.
well. I was gonna say how interesting you're in the same country, and the time difference sometimes is huge.
Hmm.
Like
Well, in
obviously,
the
like England is an island, it's a very small island. So,
Seattle's 3 hours.
okay,
Um, but yeah, in the US there's Eastern Standard Time, there's Central Standard Time, there's Mountain Standard Time, and then I forget what standard time he's on. There's like 4 different standard
I
times.
think in the UK it's just London time, and that's it. Everyone is the same.
Right? Yeah. But yeah, so we're all on different time zones here, especially like Hawaii's like it's like noon there, something like that. And Alaska's like noon there.
I remember the craziest one because sometime the other day I did have an interview with someone from Australia, and that was
Mhm.
nuts because they something like we it literally the extremes. I was very late at night here, and I was talking with him in the morning. Um, so it was quite funny.
I have a couple of friends from Australia
Okay,
and like their time like when it's the middle of the night here, it's like noon there. It's interesting.
yeah. Have you been to Australia?
I haven't either. See, there goes my hi Kelly. She's from Australia.
Okay, here you go. Nice.
She's from the Wisp Wednesdays.
Wow.
So now we're international both ways because she's from Australia, you're from the UK, so we're international both ways. And then my friend Lee, she's from the Netherlands.
Nice.
Hmm.
We all
Yeah,
connected. It's a very, very,
yeah.
yeah, very
It's
international.
interesting how you meet people from all around the world. Yeah. So her time it's 8 a.m. almost 9 o'clock
Good
Friday
Lord.
morning
It's like
there.
Friday morning. So, wow. So, okay. So, it's already Friday then. Yeah. How crazy
You're
is that?
you're still technically on Thursday for like another 2 minutes, and then you'll be midnight. Hey Val. Yeah.
So, I'm guessing if I fly a Wednesday evening from here and all from the state, let's say, and fly to Australia, I will lose a whole day. I will skip a whole
Yep.
Thursday.
Yep. I
There you
would
go.
skip a whole day too going over there.
Yeah, yeah,
It's interesting, you know? It's
yeah.
interesting. Maybe you should make a movie around the world.
Well, yeah, I mean, some people does that because of tax relief, tax incentive. You know,
Hmm.
because well, I think you got it in States. You can hear people. You can like
Mm-hmm.
uh, you meet people here with the print production companies from other countries, and they
Mm-hmm.
ask you to film over there because they give you tax incentive.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you if you spend money there and you use their crew
Mm-hmm.
from that country, they give you like 30%, 40%
Right.
tax back of what you spend there, which is that's why you get the blockbusters like, for example, Mission Impossible. They
Mm-hmm.
just write things like, oh, we need to go to Dubai now. Oh, we need to go here. Oh,
Right.
we go to Russia. It's basically because every time they
Right.
film that location, the value of the budget is increased because they go more for the money. So
Mhm.
so yeah, so I think we're gonna film in another country. We're gonna film between England and another country for this film.
Oh, nice. That'll be good.
Yeah. Yes.
Kelly's saying you get your day back when you get back. Hey, Dre. So,
Yeah.
for you guys new in the chat, Carlos directed this movie called Clay's Redemption. He was on my channel 5 months ago, and he
Yeah.
became a really good friend of mine. I check on him periodically and stuff like that because he's always busy. But we are talking about his movie, and you can watch it on Amazon Prime for $3.99. You can rent it, and it's actually a really good movie. It's about an angel, and he's finding his way. He's like an archangel finding his way, and it's a really interesting movie. And it has it has the actor that plays him's really good. Hold on, where is did I do with that one? I had you both there. I guess I didn't download it. Oh, and then there goes Carlos and the main actor in the movie. Right
Yeah, I
there.
was in Chinatown in London. Saw her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You guys look happy in that picture.
yeah. I mean, we had a lot of fun making that film. It was that sort of film went actually really smoothly, and I mean, and I got closer with the people working in that film. Aki, one of my very good friends.
Hey, Casey.
We actually went to Israel together 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember now. Because a friend of ours was getting married.
Oh,
Another
nice.
actor, really good
I,
actor
th-
called
I
Andrew
think I
Rose.
remember seeing pictures on your social media of it.
That's right.
I think I liked it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It was, and it was nice. It was nice to, you know, when you go on holidays with a group of friends,
Right.
it's
Well,
very nice.
how long did it take you to direct the movie? It took you like about a year, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes, like we filmed through a whole year, and then we did post production another year. So it took 2 years
Mm-hmm.
in total, and that's pretty fast, by the way. That's like a relative fast production because everything. I mean, the reason we took a year of filming is because we didn't have much budget or no
Right.
budget at all, really. So we every time we managed to disperse, okay, we can fund this scene. So we used to like film every weekend most of the time, um,
Mm-hmm.
because it was no, we couldn't block the days for, let's say, oh, let's film for 3 weeks and that's it. Then we sort of go into post production. We need actually to like go back. So that was a challenging bit because some people, for example, some people moved out. Like Patrick, who
Mm-hmm.
plays Mercurio, he actually went back to Texas. He's where he's from,
Mm-hmm.
and so we need to be a little bit creative about how we can do his scene because he had a scene later through in the film. So so you can tell a little bit his hair is a bit longer too, and
Mm-hmm.
we use this sort of that prop I created where like you can see him in the sort of cybernetic sort of mask this girl wears, and you can see
Right.
Mercurio interacting. That was basically because it wasn't available anymore. It wasn't in the country, so we couldn't film with him. So we need to be creative how to make that
Oh,
scene
wow.
work without him being there. But that was, but that's the whole part of the filmmaking process.
Right. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is a lot
like
of fun. And Val, you'll be happy because one of Carlos's favorite movies is Halloween 1978. It's one of his favorite movies.
yes, it was. I mean, I love the original. The John Carpenter one
Mhm.
is
Uh, Val said she just watched the trailer on Amazon. It looks like a movie I could definitely watch. Yeah, Val, you would actually really like this movie. It's not a horror movie. It's more of an action movie, I want to say, but there are
yeah.
horror elements into it. But it's a fun movie. Hey Max, how are you?
And it's a movie to watch very late at night. I would say don't watch in the afternoon because it
I
needs to
watched it
have
at
that.
night with
Yes,
no lights
that's
on.
it. Yeah. I mean, it's not a horror film. It has horror elements, but it's more like a neo-noir film, I would say. And I think it's the right environment, right time is to watch it very late at night. 'Cause I wouldn't call it an action film either, because although it constantly moves, is I don't think slow pace, but it's a bit of a slow burner, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
it, it's a slow burner of a story, but it's a good story though. I think.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's no slow pace. That's different because it's everything. Things happening all the time. You have to pay attention all the time.
Yeah,
Um,
like I was still paying attention to that movie the first time I watched it. Remember, I said that there was a couple things that most people didn't
yeah,
catch, and I caught them.
and you did. Yeah, I remember that. I still talking about it, by the way. Talking to Rona and Neil the other day about it, like how you go everything, like, and some
Hmm.
people do. It's incredible. Like, I mean, I witnessed both ends. Like one point, some people got it completely and told me things and this and this and this. I was so surprised. Other people didn't get it at all. Like really, they're like, but
Hmm.
I don't. I can ask me questions. They're so lost about the whole plot, which is, yeah, hey, fair enough. It's not for everyone. This film,
Right.
to be clear, it's not like a crowd pleaser at all. I don't think anything I do is crowd pleasing in terms of for a
I
bigger audience.
I say it's kind of like a romantic film. If people were to say that there's a plot because of the love interest in there, they have like a love and hate relationship. So it's kind of like a love action angel like movie
Do,
type of
do,
thing.
do you know what? You know what? Something interesting. Like when I was filming, when I was
Hmm.
directing, and I was telling the characters who play Clay and the actor, sorry, who play Clay and Maya, about their relationship. It was no romantic. What I was going for, I actually was going a little more maternal, more
Hmm.
like caring. Not really, not completely maternal, obviously. No, but a little bit of like I said to them, I don't really don't want sexual tension here. I don't think
Hmm.
although I don't have anything wrong with that, but I don't think it will work for these characters in particular, especially for him, for as a character. So I thought I want them, especially Maya, to feel like he start caring about him for real. He's caring for his well-being and
Hmm.
caring for. That's why a little changes here. He's looking at him. That's why when he leaves, she feels a little bit heartbroken in that respect. Um, for me, falling off that sexual tension came with Learsa, with the main villain, the
Hmm.
played by another friend, Magdalena. Um, she actually put on for more sex appeal and for because I remember like every time I said, look, when you kill someone, is and this is my words to her. It needs to feel like you eating a delicious food, something like you were
Right.
hungry and this is a delicious meal and you eat it. But the way she actually portrays in the film is more, in my opinion, more sensual than
I
which
agree
is
with you.
which is
But
great, which is works amazing.
mhm.
And she has a really good presence as well in the on stream. Um, Yeah, Taylor.
They're all
Thank you.
saying they checked out your trailer and they all want to see it now.
Thank you. Hope you enjoy and watch it at night, either with a whiskey or strong coffee,
Yeah,
or any
and then
beverage of your choice.
he also filmed it in red, so some of the scenes are in red, like this scene is in red, which is really cool. And then he has this scene that he did. They were like at a bar, I want to say, or like a restaurant or
It
something.
was it's like a it's a tea house in the in London, and not many people know about it, but it's very beautiful. I mean, the first time I went there, I was like looking around. I was like, yes, this is gonna be
Hmm.
a film location in some point. That's
And
in
then
the
this
same
is another
place.
scene as well at the
Yeah,
bar, like a bar, I think.
yeah, it's the same bar, by the way. It's the same place, but that's more towards the bar.
Oh, okay.
And I remember like
And then this is my favorite scene out of the whole like movie because it's like really cool how this one was shot. Um, and that's actually his friend that's laying down there. Actually,
yeah, yeah, the producer of the film, basically.
it definitely
Oh,
has
well.
an autistic to it. This movie, to be honest with y'all, this movie is very artistic. I could tell you that much. It's very artistic.
Yeah, I think it's as well. It's a tribute to the movies I like when I was a young lad, like the sort of
Hey, Bond.
B movies you watch in the 80s. I mean, it was yeah, um,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't remember. I mean, I'm the generation that used to go to like a video store, just grab the VHS. We not watching the trailer or anything, just the cover to say, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
guess this is cool. So you get wonderful discoveries like that. You get bad films too, which is very enjoyable
Right.
by their own merits. But you get these wonderful B movies with some fiction element, thriller. I mean, and because they were so cheap at the time, well, cheap to produce. Sometimes they go crazy. So they're like, sometimes they don't, you see vampires in science fiction and time
Mm-hmm.
travel all in one film. So obviously I didn't want to go too crazy with this, but I wanted to play a little bit, go a little bit more. Don't play it too safe. That's why I sort of explore
Mm-hmm.
certain supernatural elements in this film
Yeah.
without make it too convoluted, or at least attempt not to do it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
The first time I watched this film, I didn't even know what it was about. I just got the trailer, the screener for it, and I didn't even look it up or anything. I just watched it. Didn't
I
even
think
watch
that's
the
the best
trailer.
way. I think that's the best way. I think not coming cold to watch the film. I think it's a good way. The only thing I will say, like, again, watch it late at night. Don't expect like an action, like adrenaline-driven film, because it's not like that. It has a few action scenes, but it's not particularly an action film. It's more about it's very character driven, So
Yeah.
I would say enjoy the world, enjoy the performance, especially by
Hey,
our main
Blueberry.
actors. Um, so like I think it's very enjoyable. And I'm sure we talked about this before, you and me, but we're talking about because I talked in another interview recently. There's like the best reviews, or one of my favorite reviews. Sometimes the bad reviews I get for
Mm-hmm.
this film, because it's a one in IMDb, which I really really like, and it's a bad review, but it's a good review for me, because
Right.
the guy said this director ignored the last 40
Echo.
years of standard television and film, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, yes, that's exactly what I did.
Right.
I was like, okay, thank you, I guess.
Right.
I mean,
But also people have to realize the budget you had because the budget was really low for this movie, but you did a great job for a low budget movie. And some people don't understand that like some of these movies are very low budget. You know what I'm
I
saying? Like it's an
yes,
independent film.
yes, yeah, and we have no budget really. It was in the beginning it was my little my credit card, okay, it was crazy. But I'll say, look, in to play devil's advocate, like I think doesn't matter how low budget the film needs to stand by its own. It needs
Mhm.
to it needs to you need to know your limitations you have. Obviously, I mean, I wouldn't go too crazy if I knew I couldn't do it. And you need to know like what's the best way to just put the value on the screen, even we including with the smallest budget.
Hmm.
So I try not to use that as an excuse for anything really, because it's I
Right.
try to like, hey, it's a low budget. Saying that, I remember like once someone bl- put a blog about it, put the trailer on their own channel, and one
Hmm.
of the comments was something like, "Oh yeah, this is like very similar to the Bruce Willis film he's been doing lately, blah blah." And I'm like, and I think I commented say, I didn't, but I thought like this film is not even reach the budget of the Bruce Willis assistants
Hmm.
weekly rate. This is not, you know what I mean? We don't have that kind of money, but it was comparing us with those films. So for some reason, it looks like it could be, like a big budget film, but well,
Hmm.
it wasn't. It's not. So I'm like, well, no, it's not. Okay, right. It's not, definitely not this kind of film, but hey, if I can fool someone to believe this was costed like 5 million, hey, that's fine by me.
Right.
Um, but I think because I think it was Rona who asked me like, would you remake, like, would you, if someone give you unlimited budget, would you remake it again? And I would definitely not. I
Right.
think if anything, I probably do a sequel or something
Hmm.
based on that world. But I think like it's a for me, especially it's as perfect as it is. Like
It's. I think it's fine the way it is.
I
It's a very unique film, and
yes,
it's fine the way that it is.
yeah.
That's my opinion on it.
Thanks. I appreciate that. But yeah, I think the looks, the for me the memories as well, making it was wonderful. So no, that's I think it is what it is, and I think I hope people appreciate it for what it is. But um, if you get yourself into the world, you will enjoy it. You'll find enjoyment of the film, and you find a few nice
Hmm.
bits as well.
I hope you guys get to make a sequel because that would be fun, or maybe a prequel. How he became
Yes,
to Earth,
we thought about those two.
how he came down to Earth.
Yes, I mean we thought about those two. We always play with the idea of what could have happened before or after. Um, yeah, I mean I don't know. Nothing I've been thinking too much about it because I really want to do my next film, um, which is different. But yeah, you never know. We might revisit and go back to the sequel. But I don't know. It's not
Yeah.
in the immediate plans at the moment.
Right. You guys don't celebrate Halloween in the UK, do you?
We do. We
You
do,
guys
and
do?
we do it now. Yeah, actually, and we embrace it a lot. We actually last year we had like a little Halloween gathering, and this year we're gonna have it again here in my flat.
Nice.
Um,
If I'm
so
ever
yeah,
in
we
England, I'm coming over. No, I'm kidding.
sure. No, hey, you're welcome. You're invited.
I'm kidding.
um, it's no, hey, honestly, you're welcome. Um, but it's yeah, we enjoyed it. We
Yeah.
enjoyed that. We enjoy
Do you dress
actually.
up? Do your kids
Yes,
dress up or do you dress up?
we, I do. I do. I mean, well, dress up is a little bit of too much. I sort of put something like a quick sort of makeup, like Dia de los Muertos, sort of,
Mm-hmm.
skull sort of thing, and at the time a cowboy but with a skull. Something like I don't think too much about it until the day before, really. But I enjoy it. I did enjoy it a lot when I was a kid.
Right.
Although in Venezuela we didn't have Halloween, we have more like carnival.
In
Yeah,
Venezuela,
yeah.
you guys don't celebrate Halloween, right?
No, we didn't. I mean, towards the end, towards the late 90s, I think we started sort of because the with the internet, things was getting closer, and people started doing a little more things of Halloween. But I don't think so. I
Mhm.
don't think it's not like in England they do it more now.
Hmm.
um, which is quite is fun. And we do it here too. We because our tradition to watch sort of scary movies, and
Hmm.
toward Halloween
What's
and
your favorite scary movie? Halloween?
ah, you know what? That's a good question. Um, I mean, yes, I do enjoy the thing as a scary movie. As a
John
horror film.
Carpenter?
Yes, I
Oh, I
love
love The
that
Thing.
film.
That's such a good movie.
It's incredibly good. I like that
That
film.
will be coming up on my channel in a couple
Oh,
days.
nice, great. I keep an eye. I really like what was gonna say the well, I mean the classics. Like I remember watching The Exorcist. Not like I
Mhm.
liked at the time, but it's a very scary movie at the time. Um, but like what which I had one in mind and I just forgot.
I just put
Um,
you on the spot. That's what happened.
yeah. But a werewolf in London.
American Werewolf in London.
Yes, I love that
That
one.
one's really good. I love the effects in that one.
I love that one. This is really good. That one.
If you
So
guys have
yeah,
any
no,
questions for
I
Carlos in the comments, you guys are more than welcome to ask him questions.
sure, please do. So yeah, no, that's well, because scary movies are not definitely my favorite list of favorite movies all the time. So it's not a question I
Mhm.
answer quite often. But yeah, I do the thing. Um, yeah, I mean the was is one movie by the people, the producer of Tales of the Crypt. I think it's Night something.
Night of the Living Dead.
No, well, that's a good film too. I can't remember. It's. Let me just see
Creep
if I
Show.
can. No, in the same vein. Um, it's the same. Demon Knight. Demon Knight.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Ooh, it's good fun. Please do
Okay,
watch it.
I'll check it out.
Demon Knight. Yeah, it's a very good fun. It has really capital elements, and
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say much. Just watch it as we're approaching Halloween.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll review it on my channel and watch it, and then I'll send you the link so you can watch
Yeah,
the review.
yeah. I'm actually, yeah, I'm interested to think what you think of it.
Yeah, I'll let you know what I think of it. There's so many movies and so little time to watch them all in.
Yeah, I mean, imagine the series. Like now, people recommend me series. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like I got a list of series I haven't seen, like classics even. Like I want to catch up on, but the content comes, and I want to read as well. I like reading, so I want to read
Hmm.
more. But sometimes even YouTube doesn't let me.
Right?
Yeah, the the algorithm in YouTube is crazy. It knows exactly what I want, and then it's so difficult to stop sometimes the cycle of watching video after video after video. But
Hmm.
it's good fun though.
YouTube, you get sucked in. It's like TikTok. You get sucked into it.
I don't do TikTok. Like don't watch it. I don't have
No.
it because yes, because then it will be worse because I know myself.
Well,
So
sometimes I'll be watching YouTube or I'll be watching TikTok. Next thing I know, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, wait, I need to go to
yeah.
bed.
But even that, like sometimes I go like wake up in the morning and I have my coffee and I just let me check quickly. That check quickly is like 40 minutes. And I'm
Hmm.
like, I just literally spend 40 minutes watching a panda eating a bamboo. Okay,
Right?
And and by the way, I'm not kidding. I literally follow an account with just pandas eating bamboos because it's the more rewarding thing ever. You know.
Right?
Um, you think I'm kidding, but I'm
It's
not.
therapeutic. It's therapeutic.
It is, and it's the cutest thing ever. So I gladly watch those videos every time they come up
It's
into
like
my
that
my feed.
ASMR that people watch or listen to.
Yes, I have few of them actually. I go. It's a really good channel. what you get like Lord of the Rings and Blade Runner, um, like
Mhm.
background music and with the sounds, the Star Wars ones.
Mhm.
I love all of them, especially when you're writing. It's very good.
Right? Yeah.
Go, little hand.
Is that one of your kids?
No, that's my girlfriend actually.
Oh, she's saying time to go to bed.
Yeah. She did that. She did that the other day actually. I was doing something, talking to someone, and I don't know why she's sort of fidgeting, in the background. So she's trying to plug something and make a noise, and me
Mhm.
trying to not, pretend she's not there. So, it was a little more serious interview as well. So I
It's
was
all good.
like, oh god.
All
But
right,
yes,
guys. I'll let Carlos go because it's like 12:30 his time. And I'll let him go to bed so he can go to bed and have a good day. I
wait a
linked
minute.
all
How long were you speaking? For an hour?
46 minutes.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Again, that was so fast.
Um, I linked all his information in the description below, so go follow him on his social media so that way you guys can check out his new movie that will be coming out soon because he's writing it now. And go check out
Soon,
Clay's
soon,
Redemption. What was that?
soon-ish, because I just writing it. So,
Yeah, it's,
but you'll know. I'll let you know as soon as we start
it'll
production. So I'll
probably
keep
be
you
out in
updated.
a year or two.
2 years, I will say, in
Yeah,
2 years. But
yeah.
you
Um,
you 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 have you will have promised you have exclusive or certain things before
right.
each release. Yeah.
And I want to thank Carlos again for coming on and talking to me again. He's a good friend of
Thank
mine.
you.
So, guys, go check him out. He's amazing. Anything else you want to say?
No, well, just to you, thank you for having me again. It's always
Oh,
really
you're
good
welcome.
fun
You know you're welcome
talking to
anytime.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
mean, I would love to come back when I have a little bit more of news or something to say, to
Um,
share
Kevin
with the audience.
saying, Kevin saying, have a good night, Carlos. Good luck working on your next movie. I'll check out
Thank you.
Clay's Redemption. Yeah,
Thank you very
Kevin, let me
much.
know because I want to know what you think of the movie. And everybody in the chat, let me know what you guys think of the movie. And let Carlos
Excellent.
know. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. I'll be back on at 10 p.m. for the midnight hour. So I'll see you guys on Hobbs's channel. Bye, guys.
Bye.